All right, we're here at my Vermihut indoor worm bin. It's been 9 days since we fed it last. Fed right here in the center. And I can see some shredded cardboard, some of the last feeding. This is carrot stems or stalks. So yeah, like I said, 9 days since the last feeding. It's 68 days since we started this tray. The moisture level feels great. We still have some, like this is a whole piece of carrot that they haven't really gotten to. So some of the feeding is still in here. Good amount of worms, you can see. And one thing that I have noticed is that the overall depth of it has gone down. It used to be pretty bulky and pretty high up there, but what it feels like now is that maybe they've started to eat down the cardboard, the shredded cardboard I have in here, and the volume of the whole tray has gone down. There's just, you could probably see, just teeming with worms. Not a particular worm ball, but just everywhere I go, worms, which is fantastic. And I did come in here and spread out the feeding. I think what I'm gonna do for this feeding is just let the feeding go and not mix it in, and just see what that gives us. Some of my earlier videos, I had some good worm balls from just leaving everything alone, but you know, some really good worms in here. So let me just aerate this back part right here, and then we'll get right into the feeding. But yeah, you can just see, I mean, there's just lots of worms squirming around. So over the course of the last week or so, we've had quite a bit of fruit, not as much veggies as I would have liked, but a lot of fruit, and we'll put that in here and see how that feeding goes. And I'm gonna put more shredded cardboard in here just to kind of try and bulk it up. The tray that's underneath here, this is the third tray that since I've started again. Here's the banana stalks that just taken a while to get composted. This is the third tray, like I said, and the second tray looked like it was full, and I did it a little bit earlier, you know, went to the third tray earlier than I went from the first to the second tray, and now there's not as many castings as that first tray I got. I think I got around 12.5 pounds of castings, but I'm going to try and keep this tray on here longer and try and bulk it up as much as possible. So I'm gonna put a lot of this shredded cardboard here, which I always lay down before the feeding, helps to absorb the liquid from the food that I put in here. And it's been, I think I said 68 days since I started this. So this bin was started with mostly shredded cardboard, and now you can hardly see much shredded cardboard in the castings because they've just eaten through it. It's definitely my go-to bedding material for the worms. Dump the rest of this in here. And we'll add some banana peels. I didn't shred the banana peels, but I cut them up and just giving them a little bit more surface area. Got a little bit of lettuce leaves. I also took some of the apple cores and just cut them into little cubes. So not quite shredding everything, but not just leaving everything whole. Fine line between my patience and just being able to throw food in there. So I think that'll about do it for the food. for this round. And then we'll add coffee grounds. And then of course the pulverized eggshells, which is the grit that they can use to aid their digestion in the gizzards. But it also aids in helping me see where they've gone throughout the bin, because each feeding, the eggshells don't just stay in one spot like that. They move all around as the worms swallow them up and use them. So that will be our feeding. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. I appreciate it. And certainly subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified. But that will do it for this, I believe it's the 7th feeding of this tray, this 3rd tray of my Vermihut system, about 68 days old. So hope you're all having a good day. Hope if you're doing worm bins that you're successful. And if you have any tips or tricks, I certainly would love to hear them. And just enter it in the comments. All right, now, have a great day. Take care.